And it says I'm live now, so good evening. We're live on my channel. How's everybody doing?
Live on your channel.
Hi.
I see Mr. Yeaton's out there waiting patiently, giving 2-minute warnings with a wrench following it here, and James is out there. Looks like there must be a hell of a delay because I don't have anything popping up on my end yet. Oh, there I go. Holy shit, that's a lot longer delay than it was last week. Oh, got McAfee out there. What's everybody up to? Matthew, McAfee. God damn it, whatever.
McAfee. What up, McAfee?
It's the MC in there that threw me off. It happens. What are you going to do? You grin, you bear it, you live, you learn, you move on.
I don't know. Matthew McAfee's kind of got a little ring to it.
I know, right? McAfee's.
That probably is about a 1-minute delay there, Andrew. You're probably just about right. I think it's just a little shy of that, but it's pretty close. Seemed a lot longer than last week. Last week it was almost fucking instantaneous.
Yeah.
Google must have fucked something up.
Yeah, Hangouts, you never know. You never know.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky you got it.
Lucky we got it because we're using it for free. If I was paying for it, I'd be fucking pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Nate 38.
How's it going out there? So what's new in everybody's neck of the woods here on the panel? I got a pretty slim panel right now. I know LIFA's not going to be here because apparently he's getting turned up on some Jameson. So LIFA won't be here tonight. I know my brother's going to be stopping in at some point. I did shoot him a link, so whether that care if Quinn's here or not, he will show up for a little bit, I would expect.
I won't hold it up too high.
So, the sneak peek.
What?
Sneak peek.
Uh-oh. It was definitely a sneak peek because nobody got to look at it because you were down below.
That's right. That's right.
I know what it is.
No, I finally got my container that I'm going to make Eliquid and send it to Dawn in.
Ooh.
Now I just need to have a monstrous DIY session.
Oh, that's right. I did see Nate got some of that blueberry from a door. Lucky motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yep. I saw that.
Oh, Dear Addy got a 120 of this stuff.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yep.
It's like
I think if I'm not correct, I believe it said on the bottle it said blueberry something. So apparently she's reworking the title of it.
I still like 1 billion blueberries.
Yeah, I do too.
I still think that's my favorite. She was going to do blueberry bondage because it's similar to banana bondage, but not quite.
It's supposed to be like a blueberry type pie or something like that.
Blueberry pudding.
Oh.
Yeah. Blueberry pudding with some Nilla wafers in it.
Ooh, that just... All right. I'll be back here. I'm going to go run my happy ass over to Michigan. I'll be back.
From the few people that I've heard from that sampled it, it sounds like something I really want to get my mitts upon. Yeah.
You're talking about
you got to rub it in. Man, Fresh, I swear, you're the worst. You're always rubbing shit in.
That's right.
You got an open wound? Here, let me pour some salt in it.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging you to encourage Don to just go ahead and release that sumbitch.
Just break it loose.
You know, I don't do reviews, but however, there's a lot of her shit that I would gladly do reviews for. I should probably just sit down and do them as soon as I can find the fucking time. But, you know.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've got a free couch to crash on over at Nate 38's. Fucking outstanding. Now I just got to find somebody to watch the kid for the weekend.
Take him with you.
Are you nuts?
Dawn, I think she kind of likes kids. She's got a couple.
Yeah. That don't mean you like them.
Look, the way I look at it, I love my kids. However, I love my kid to death. But other people's kids, no, I ain't got time for your kids.
Yeah.
I barely have time for my nieces and nephews.
You said it.
And I put up with them because they're family. Oh, Greg Paschek snuck in here. We got the wrench in the house.
What up, Greg?
Oh, how's it going there?
Greg.
Oh, it's the real Greg. He's got a wrench.
That's him.
I seen Jared snuck in here. Who else? Ooh, you did the math on all that already, Andrew?
I think the other boys are still rocking. Yeah. Over and in.
All right. Greg did say they just finished over there. All right.
People start filtering in.
Yeah.
So, well, I see there's 16 people that are actively watching. As normal, if anybody wants to come on, let me know. I got a thin panel tonight, so the more the merrier. Y'all want to come on, I'll shoot you a link. ODB, what am I going to get your ass on here? I see you just showed up.
ODB's that's a funny dude.
Yeah.
That's all,
like
all the more reason.
Kids, though. What up, Matt Crow?
People sneaking in left and right here. I like it. All right. Actually, I tried to get I don't know what's his name. Oh, damn it! I'm losing my mind here. I was trying to recruit some other special guests, but apparently things have just fallen through left and right this week.
It happens despite your best intentions.
Yeah.
For those of you who are here in the audience already, I was supposed to have G here this week. However, Giancarlo from Ohmageddon is feeling a little under the weather. So we're going to try to make it up and do it next week with him. I'll set something up with him, but you guys will definitely know for sure. I will have him here in the coming weeks here to talk about the CP4R2B.
Yep.
So, oh, almost forgot. Hashtag.
CP4R2B.
Don't want to fuck that up. So just so that way everybody knows, I know that was expected tonight. Unfortunately, life gets in the way sometimes. Shit happens. We get over it. We move on. We'll make shit happen eventually.
All right.
Who else we see out here? Fucking Clint's out here. Craig. OR Church. James Rivera. Everybody just sneaking all up.
The wrench.
The what, revenge?
No, the wrench. He's disagreeing with the wrench out there. I see it.
Uh-oh. They're going to have a wrench fight. I'm going to tell you, Yeti, you're going to lose that one.
I would never do such a thing against.
He's more
Mr.
pro with
Mr.
the wrench.
Paschek.
I'm just saying.
I'm not that foolish. I am not that foolish.
Yeah.
Sasha's in the house. What's happening, Sasha? How you doing? So what's new in everybody's neck of the woods here? I saw Fresh you did get a new toy today, or sometime in the last week.
Yes. I got the combo RDTA.
Yeah.
Interchangeable decks. I'm still messing with it to figure out it, but it is the M-Turk style deck. It does have it comes with a velocity style deck. Let me with the velocity style deck. There's your RBA section. You get a couple of screwdrivers. You get a different top cap. You get a bunch of extras down here. Spare glass.
It doesn't have like 6 or 7 different decks that they sell separately for that?
Yeah, so basically you can pick your favorite style deck and build something that's like the Limitless Plus.
Yeah. Fresh, did you excuse me, did you just get the 2 that came with it, or did you get some of the other decks as well?
Our RBA M-Turk style deck, and that's all that came in mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think isn't there like 6 or 8 different types of build decks available for it?
There's a bunch of different build decks. They're all gold plated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. I really do.
I mean, if you dig the Limitless Plus, yeah, I mean you're gonna dig the hell out of this. I mean, it's the exact same vape. It's just different build decks.
Ooh. Okay.
Hey TJ.
I got it.
You saw.
I'm on it.
Right on.
I'm never going to turn down an opportunity to have the wrench on, ever.
Hell yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Damn it! I'm not even vaping classy tonight. Shit.
Beauty's here.
All right, and it's on its way there, Greg.
Meal today, Beauty. Still no panties. Still no panties.
She's getting them good and juiced up. Gross.
Been wearing the same ones for like a month. This is my assumption, is that Beauty's been wearing the same ones for a month. I think it might have been more than a month since I won those on her show. Don't think technically I won that. I just demanded that I had won.
Yeah.
So, and well,
I think I was like Yunkel in a toy store. I was just pushing folks out of the way. Those are mine. Stiff arm. Get out of my way.
Pushing old ladies and cripples out of the way.
That's right.
Move. Jesus, we're still.
Poor Glenda Edwards was out there, so trying to just hey guys, I would like a little juice. I was like, get out of my way. There's pennies to be won. What up, Jack?
Oh shit.
There's Jax.
What's happening, bro?
Oh, there we go. All right, America. My audio was all fucky.
How's it going there, brother?
Not a whole lot. How's it going?
Another lovely day in paradise. Except for it's starting to get fucking cold here. But, you'll have that in Wisconsin.
Same here.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, but cold where you're at, so.
Yeah, it's fucking 78 degrees and cloudy.
It's cold as shit. It's cold as shit is where you're at.
Greg, that should have went directly to your Google Plus there. All right. Let me try to send it again, see if there's something wrong there.
I can send it to Facebook if you want me to.
It goes.
Okay.
I'll see if it goes that way. If not, I'll just, send it to his Facebook too. Nail it both ways. Fuck it. I mean, you get it in both sides there. So, Quinn, any new toys since we last seen you 2 weeks ago here?
I wish. My mail's been held up in mainland for like a week and a half.
Oh, well, that's fucking bogus.
Mm-hmm.
You're mad as hell. What the hell? I think I lost it. Son of a bitch.
I haven't even gotten my bills in the mail. So I just went in and paid them without having the actual bill and asked for a receipt.
As long as you got their fucking receipt, they can't dick you later on.
Yep.
The fuck did I do with my doll? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, this is one thing I've noticed about the combo is it has the typical Limitless problem where it doesn't, if you don't lock the resistance, will switch resistances on you because that pole is so long.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Come on.
Is it as bad of a juice sucker as the Plus is?
The Plus isn't so. Yeah, I mean it's the same.
So it guzzles. Okay. That doesn't scare me away from it by any means now that I'm fucking just making batches big enough to fill my bathtub.
Oh yeah.
That's goals right there. Having a bathtub.
Let's see how
There it
far
is.
this thing down.
Hello, Greg.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Greg?
And he's got his own shirt on. I fucking love it.
What's up, Greg?
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you guys too.
Beauty gave all of her Yeti wire away. Wow. You are way
What?
more giving than I am. Holy shit.
You're
That's
out of your
something
mind.
you hoard like gold.
Get away from my stuff. That's what I do.
Gave it away. Damn,
can
she's
fuck
worse than me.
You can fuck right off trying to get my Yeti wire. Hiya! Just like that.
Apparently, you need to send Dear Addie some Yeti wire too.
He needs to send everybody some Yeti wire.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can send him some. I just need his address.
That would not be the real Dear Addy.
No, it is not.
If it's not, kick him. Kick him. If he's got zero subs, just ban the sucker.
Dear Addy.
Oh. And they've started
Yes.
again. All right.
That's so shitty.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna
anytime
say,
I see that, I'm like, is that him? Nope. Bye.
Yeah, no, they've been bugging him lately.
Yeah, nothing personal against you, fake Dear Addy. Nothing personal against you, but the real Dear Addy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the real Dear Addy would like you to not come around shows. Fake Fair Show 3 if you want. Fake Dear Addy. I don't particularly care.
yeah, you can be a fake me for all I give a fuck.
It'd be way easier for him to fake me. I actually have 0 subs.
You can be the real me if you want to take on all my problems, pains, and aches. I'll gladly let you do it.
Beauty's never seen you on a show before.
Oh,
My Lord Past Chuck.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Well, I have been in a few. I have
apparently you
been in a
missed him
few.
a couple of weeks ago. They're here.
He's made the circuit.
Well, they sometimes they want to see my ugly old face. So what the hell?
Oh, quit it.
Look, if we were worried about how people looked, I wouldn't have my own show.
No kidding.
It would be an audio.
see myself.
No kidding.
Well, we had a first dusting of snow early this morning. Just a little bit, just enough to see on the rooftops and some of the tops of the cars.
Awful early.
It melted. Well, not too bad for up here.
That's not good for me. When my neighbors to the north have snow, that means it's not far behind coming to me next. Not a fan.
Mhm.
I had uncomfortably chilly rain this morning.
Well, there you go.
I guess I'd rather have the uncomfortable chilly rain. At least I know that shit doesn't stick.
It's a fact.
I'm just saying, mild discomfort is more annoying than complete discomfort.
Mm.
That's why I try to train myself up. And I just use the same cotton for a month at a time.
That'll toughen you up.
Yeah.
I actually think
we'll
it's
see
a
you.
solid.
Take care. Friday? Perfect.
Saturday
Hey, Tard, you muted yourself. I can't hear you.
Who muted who?
Apparently, I muted myself while I was fucking around trying to boot the fake Greg Paschek.
Yep, that's why I said it.
All right, really? He's right here in front of us, and you're gonna pull up a fake?
Yeah.
Is that the real beauty? Let's figure it. Let's find out. Hold on a sec. Let me ban this beauty in the vape. We'll find out real quick.
Right. That one's right.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I was real close. My finger's on the ban button.
It's got the right number of subs.
Oh shit.
Well, they do try. They do try. So what's new and exciting, folks?
Not a whole hell of a lot here today.
I have to tell you, I had a surprise thing come in from our good friend Daniel from DJ LSP Vapes. He sent me one of his limited edition Cool Fire 4 TC100s.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Spectacular. And I'll tell you what, with the K-Fun 5 on top, oh, so nice. So nice.
Yeah, I'm sure there.
Okay, who's echoing? I hear somebody echoing.
Do you?
Who knows?
I have my headphones on. So.
It might be me.
Do you got the show playing in the background, Quinn?
Nope.
Okay.
I can't find the show. I
You
looked
can't
through
find the show.
and
Well, at least you were able to find the link that I sent you on Facebook. All the fakes. What is up with that? Why are they trolling my channel? I have fucking under 200 subs.
They're running all over everybody's channels.
I don't get it. Of all of the things in the world, you're gonna troll my channel? What do I have to troll here?
See, I do have an Advocacy K-Fun on the end of the pipe here, but it's not the same gorgeous setup that Fresh has. Fresh has that beautiful long church warden stem on the end of it. I'm jealous as hell.
Are they still available? Are the EPUBs
I
still available?
don't know, but I'm looking into, because I have in the past carved actual tobacco pipes in the past. And I know of a couple of sources for church warden stems and whatnot. So I may be able to get those and see if they're roughly the same diameter to fit in a 510 connection. They look real close. So
If it's a little
Yeah,
big,
I know. They're still that model.
yeah.
The pipe mods did beforehand was just like pipe stems, things like that.
It's a shame. It's a shame if they went down, because they made some just spectacular e-pipes. Just amazing. But I might have to, if I have some time in the future, turn my hand to producing a few e-pipes if I can.
I'll pre-order.
Wait.
one of these days I'll have to get one of those. One of these days.
You should. You know, it's a very, very comfortable way to vape. The vape only here that I have. This is also done. Vape only is a subdivision of eLeaf. eLeaf puts out exactly the same pipe. It's very, very simple, because you just draw on it. There's no buttons, nothing. It's an 18350 that sits here in the bowl, and very, very simple. Very, very simple.
So a little stubby battery.
Yeah, 18350, and there's some
18350.
Yeah, and there's some LEDs in the lid, so that when you draw on it, It glows. And also it gives you an indication when the battery's low. It'll flash about 15 times, let you know that the battery's due for a charge. And they're very, very comfortable. It's made out of rosewood. It's got a good feel in the hand. And those and the Guardian series pipes from Smoke, very, very comfortable. Well, Fresh knows all about that. Only you've got the Guardian 3 with the screen on it. As a matter of fact, I have one as well. Just got one in from our dear friend Brian at Vapor Chronicles sent me one that he had.
Nice.
The same one that you have, Fresh. He's a very, very dear friend, and I do not deserve any of that. So, but I thank him, and
you deserve friends. Everybody deserves friends.
Well, friends, yeah, that's all I deserve is friends. But they're spectacular pipes. They're comfortable. They're a good heft in the hand, and very, very comfortable to vape on quietly. And they, depending on the type of tank you throw on these ones, of course.
Yeah.
But with a long stem on it, like the Churchwarden that Fresh has, very comfortable, because you can just pop it down on your chest, stick it in your mouth, and vape.
Just kind of sitting there like this.
Yeah, you know Fresh. You know what it's like. It's just very comfortable to do.
I feel like if I bought one of those, though, I would have to buy like a big fucking floppy wizard-looking hat, just so that way I could sit there and Lord of the Rings that motherfucker.
See, now I could see Yeti with a pipe like that. Absolutely. Yeah,
I'd support it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you could rock.
Yeah, you can just kind of go like
this.
Well,
there you go. Exactly.
Yep,
like
just like that.
You just sit back quietly and vape, and it is the most comfortable and enjoyable thing that there is. Period.
Yeah.
I love this setup.
Well, and it's good because that one, the Guardian 3, that version with the screen on top of it does 75 watts. So
yeah,
gives you plenty of power to.
Yes.
See, what you got to do, Fresh, is you got to check out somewhere around that. Check one of the hobby places that does leatherworking hobbies. You just get yourself a little bit of a piece of belting, or if you have an old belt, and just make a loop out of it and rivet it like that, and you've got a pipe stand. Just pop it down. Yeah, you pop it down on the table, stick your pipe in it, and it'll hold it up. Very comfortable.
Glorious.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, that was back when I was smoking. I have one here a fella did, which is actually made out of alligator.
That's actually
wow.
Yeah. I know that works just as well.
I'm just
I'm waiting for him to break out the squirrel.
You're gonna be known forever as the Wrench, the classy vapor. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on, because there's nothing pure class there.
If you checked out, I mean, Heavy Show was just on. Adam did a box from Vaporized Nomads that they're going to give away at Heavy Shop. They're going to do a raffle on it, I guess. Whoever they're going to raffle off, and it has everybody's logos on it, like Mike Vapes and Mark Fagan and all the rest of them. And as a matter of fact, he shoved this up in one corner of the box, so the wrench is there. The wrench is there.
Believe it or not, I'm on there.
Yeah, and honor I do not deserve, but I'm quite chuffed about it. Quite chuffed about it. They do some spectacular work. Those boxes that they produce now, the DNA 250, incredible work, clean, detailed, and the warranty they have on it. Man, you can't go wrong. I mean, The only thing that it is you gotta have a few bucks to get one. Just a few.
I'm saving up for that. That's coming. It's coming soon.
Well, you know what? They are gorgeous. I have seen some of the ones that have been done. That Mike Vapes has, and Phenom has got some coming. So be interesting to see what he comes up with.
Oh, you ordered something there, Quinn?
I did. That was the one new toy. I actually didn't think about it, but it's in my incoming mail packages. Is I ordered the Pharaoh RDTA just because of its sheer prettiness.
It's fun to build on.
That looks like it could be fun to build on for a multitude of different reasons.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It is. It's fun to build on.
There's so many different ones now. They've got that dude one out with the little Dremel chucks in it, collets in it. Very interesting. Very interesting. Ah, yeah. There you go. Leave it to Fresh to have it available. Boom. Here it is.
Welcome, Donnie. I see you snuck in there. I thought you were live earlier at 9 o'clock. Apparently in just an hour, huh? I'm glad to have you. Welcome. I know that you picked the right fucking amount of subscribers. No more fakes. Apparently they got bored after 2. Oh. It was fun while it lasted. Not really. More of a pain in the dick than anything, but yeah, whatever. I'll tell you it was fun.
At least they tried.
So, Yunko, since I've got you here and you're not actively building coils right now like usual, I got a question for you.
What's up?
We were talking about it prior to the show here while you weren't here. You gonna start doing some frame staples on your site or what? So that's a possibility. We don't know. He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. I can leave it at that.
It's a secret.
The deal with the frame staples. I've only been giving those out to people that I know have a goon, and I generally just give them one. I haven't put them up on the site simply for the fact of the matter that I probably wouldn't be able to keep up with demand because those things take a little while to build. I can't whip them out like an alien. You know, I can bust out 2 sets of aliens in about 20 minutes. You know, aliens and things like that are breeze. Frame staples still take me a little while. You know, if I get proficient at it, I would probably add them. But as of yet, they're more like Easter eggs and big orders. You know, if people order a pile of stuff, I'll toss it. Of course, I always throw in extra stuff on even single orders. You know, I still throw in stuff. But you know, if I know you have a goon, I always toss it in because I always label it goon food because you pretty much have to have a goon in order to fit those things. They're so freaking huge.
Fair enough. I figured I'd ask because I actually got a set from one of the guys at locals works at the local B&M. I'm pretty good friends with him. He made me a set, and they are fucking some tasty bastards.
They are. There's something to be said for ribbon wire. Ribbon wire just does something to the flavor of liquid, man. It's and that's what it is. It's all boils down to the ribbon wire. You know.
Yeah. I'll tell you because I've done tiger coils with stainless steel ribbon.
Yep.
And regular stainless round wire, and very, very, very nice.
Yep. Yeah, just even something like a tiger.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Just a tiger wire.
Yep. I've got that in the other room, Fresh. I've got that in the other room.
Well, and I think in a situation like with a framed any sort of frame build, I think it's because you got all of those ribbons stacked up. You know, it lets that juice get down in those little bitty crevices. You know, so it's just like when you hit the fire button, it just, you know, blasts all that, you know, right into your face, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, huh. Well, I was like, I didn't see those. I was perusing and looking and going, what do I want to put in there? I know I'm just going to put some aliens in there. Speaking of which, you should relabel those to call them aliens. They shouldn't just be aliens. When they're coming from you.
I've thought about that.
The best part is people will think it's something brand new and they'll just buy it. You know, when they get, they'll realize, oh, they're just aliens. But there's some fucking tasty bastards.
Another thing with my my frame staples, I tend to make them rather gargantuan. So they are a little bit bigger than the average frame staple.
So you're going to need something like a goon or a dude, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why, that's where the whole term, the goon food term came from, you know.
I'm just saying I have a little room now.
And I think they're I think they're making nuclear reactors real small so you'll have enough power to light them off. You know.
If I can get my hands on one of those where I don't ever have to change out the battery for fucking 1,800 years, perfect. Just gotta figure out a way to cool that bastard.
So you glow in the dark a little bit. What's the difference? You know.
I gotta die of something. It may as well be radiation poisoning.
I was talking to Daniel earlier, and he's on his way to Birmingham, England right now, or he will be in the morning. His morning, which is probably in another 4 or 5 hours. He'll be flying over to do a show in Birmingham, England. And he said that he believes he will be in California in December for the show that will be on there. So he will be in the States.
That's awesome.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he'll be at a show in Spain. They've asked him to come, not to work at a booth or anything, but just to be there at the show. They want to put him on the headline as a gift for the show. He can just wander around and do that. So he'll have fans aplenty dripping off of him as he's walking around the show. So.
Well, that's outstanding. That's a good reason to bring him around.
Yeah. Fresh, I like your shirt.
That guy? You can get one yourself.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's a close. I have to talk to Shane.
And all the profits from my shirt, right to be smoke-free lawsuit, everybody.
Right on.
So
right on.
I do not make any money off of a Fresh 03 DIY Wizard shirt. So if you would like to pretend to be a DIY wizard with me, you can get your own shirt over on Vaping Swag now.
There you go.
Sorry, Quinn, I'm fucking off in La La Land. There's the link.
That's cool. I already found it.
Oh, well, never mind then. Fuck you.
I'd like to address this question, if I may.
Go ahead.
That Space asked, or Space Out asked. For the longest time, I used I guess you could say the original style or original method, where you wrap parallel wires and then peel one off. I got tired of wasting wire. But then I tried where you make a ring with your wire and just hold it under your finger and keep the tension that way. I could never do that. I'm not coordinated enough, and I would get about half my wire and then it just goes all to shit. So I took a page from Homeboy Josh, and I took an atomizer and ran my the gauge of wire I was using. I think I was using 34 at the time, and just made a loop around through the atomizer, and then strung up my wire through the drill, put that on there, and then after I got my wire started, just a couple wraps started, you put the the atomizer with the wire around it. You put it right there where your wire is going around your core, and it will leave that natural space of that same gauge all the way down your wire. Works perfectly and flawlessly, as long as you don't have a real bouncy drill or some bad swivels. It's totally revolutionized my staggered builds. I mean, they come out immaculate, you know. And to me, I think it's the best way, as you know, best method as of yet. It's the best one that works for me, I should say. But that's the method I use.
I stagger too, but that's just because I'm old. That's all.
I stagger, but it's only when I drink.
Story of my life.
No, there's another one. No, I don't use a split ring or anything. I don't have that problem for some reason. I can just spin them up without even hooking them up to swivels on aliens. I'll just spin them up, and I don't put a split ring or tape or anything on aliens. On cats, on cat tracks, I will, and on 3-core. For some reason, aliens, I don't have to bind them, but on 3-core Claptons, I do have to bind them, and I think it's got something to do with the way that S shape is, because that S shape draws the core in. You know, that's my opinion. Sorry.
Let's see. Beauty wants to know a good place to go get bottles. Well, you're mixing door concentrates, right? Beauty. Get yourself some little teeny mason jars, and those will work fantastically.
Yep.
Bottles, whatever you have sitting around. Give me a sec. I'll grab one of the ones that I like to use.
Sweet baby Jesus. I am on a wrenching spree. That's fucking glorious.
Are you having fun?
I am.
Fun. It is fun.
People are just coming in. Don't put politics in my comments. Put politics in there, I'm just gonna kick you the fuck out. I'm not that way. Oh, sorry. Here, let me show fresh. Show it. That way you can see everybody. There you go.
These right here hold like right around 200 mils.
Yep. And they shake.
Well, they hold over 200 mils.
Wow.
So you just stack them one right on top of the other.
And they're good for shaking too.
Yeah, they're really good for shaking. But yeah, these are pretty ideal.
And of course, I'm old, so
But,
I shake anyway. So
yeah, exactly. You can get a box of like 8 of these for like $5.
That's 200 mils. Wow.
I just went and bought the little pint ones, that you can actually fucking drink out of. I mean, there's been a couple juices I've thrown together where I'm like, ooh, I could drink this, but I know better.
just don't mix them up with the jam. You know, when you're making jam, don't mix them up with the jam, because jam I found is really hard to vape. Really hard to vape.
Talk about a coil gunker.
But yeah, Beauty, that's the easiest way, is just go stop by Target and grab some little mason jars.
Mason jars are the hot ticket. I bought a flat of like a dozen of them for like $7. Totally worth every penny.
Yep, and then you get your batches, you write them down.
Yep, I've been doing this number, just toss blue tape on it when I made it. I can throw it in the closet, and then when I put it in a bottle, just transfer my painter's tape onto the bottle so I know which one it is.
Yeah, I just reuse Dawn's bottles. So I have some 120s in the back though. So
I've found, and honestly, I thought it was silly at first. Giz is the one that turned me on to it. Just get a cheap little label maker. Those things, they'll sell themselves right off the bat. I mean, especially if you DIY a lot, you know, because you can, you know, if you're whatever you're making, you know, you can put it right there on your bottle, and you know what's in it. You can, I mean, it's just like with tape, but it just comes out, makes it look prettier, I guess.
yeah, I've got a label maker. I've got tape. I've got labels sitting around. I've got a Sharpie, just right on the side of the bottle if it's a plastic bottle. So.
Okay, I'm gonna address this one last time. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're coming in, whatever, enjoy the show. If you have something to say about politics, the election, I don't give a fuck. Just don't put it in my goddamn chat. There's people here who are actually trying to enjoy the show, while there's dirty cocksuckers like yourselves who want to suck somebody else's dick and are worried about somebody who's raping somebody else. Knock it the fuck off. I don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. Just move along. Go find somebody else's shit to fuck with. Okay, back to what we were doing here. My apologies. Apparently people just feel like being useless pieces of dog shit.
No problem. Sometimes when you're wielding the wrench, man, you gotta go for as much hair, teeth, and eyeballs as you can get.
Oh, yeah, Quinn, you got a wrench. Start wrenching motherfuckers when you see that stuff.
Do I? Oh, I do. Fuck me. Okay, my bad.
How else were you posting links then? You can't post a link unless you have a fucking wrench. Come on.
Oh, Tim, I don't know this shit.
Oh, look who just showed up. Hey.
Oh, hello, Vaping Swag.
I cannot say. Oh, very good. Hey, we gotta show off. Yeah. There
Hello, Vaping Swag. Hello.
Well, if everybody else is doing it.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait a minute. I don't have my own shirt. Son of a bitch. I guess I'm just going to have to talk to you, Shane, and see if we can do a one-off for me.
I have my own shirt.
Yeah, yours is called Government Issue.
Government. Yeah.
Got my name on it.
Shane is a good man.
Don't be sorry at all that you're late. It happens.
Shane is a good man. He works very, very hard, and he does a lot of things for people that a lot of people don't see. Same thing with Fresh. Same thing with Fresh and Yeti. These people do a lot for a lot of people that nobody sees and very rarely hears about. And that's a shame, because they should be noted and lauded for their efforts. I mean, just to do this was, I was just gobsmacked. It's amazing. And there's at least one other shirt out there like this one, I know, because Fresh has got one.
Yeah, it's glorious.
So,
I saw that design. I was like, oh man, I have to have that.
it is kind of neat.
With the wrench on a pile of bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of feels that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Like tonight.
Yeah, like tonight. I mean, I can't see the chat right now, which is probably a good thing, because it would raise my blood. Because it would probably raise my blood pressure. But
I don't think it would raise it too much. And thank you, Beauty. We try to be amazing once in a while, but don't fill our egos. Mine's big enough as is. I don't need any help. Oh.
Mm-hmm. There are a bunch of amazing people out there in the comments as well.
There is.
Absolutely.
I can say honestly, if it wasn't for the people who show up on a regular basis here, I probably would have quit doing the show by now, but you guys make it all worthwhile. I love having you guys in here, so it's totally makes it worth my time, and I enjoy every minute of it, even when there is the occasional useless cocksucker that shows up. But you're gonna have that anywheres.
It does happen. It does.
So
happen.
to everybody out there, thank you all. Love you all. Thank you. You guys always the reason why I keep coming back. It's like hanging out with friends all the time. Unfortunately, I can't bring all of you on the show. I can do one or two a week, though.
Yeah. It's enjoyable. I don't always get a chance to pop into a live show. Usually I'm busy out in the chat throwing out promos and pissing off trolls because they will complain about promos, and I don't mind promoting people like Don and Mike and the other folks that I do, like Yeti, promo his stuff as well. and I enjoy doing it. It helps. People seem to think that I get paid to do that, which I don't. It's just a lot of fun.
And we appreciate it. We really do. And
Well, I think it's important, because this way, I kind of look at it like before a show starts, I'll usually pop in and throw up a few promos. It's kind of like when you go to the theater and they show you the previews. It gives you something to watch before the show starts. So, and there's links, so when it's quiet, people want to take a look at various products or websites, whatever I happen to have. Gives them something to look at, maybe something they hadn't seen before. So
he gets paid in concentrates, Shane says.
Hang on.
Nate, don't think I missed it. You had another comment like that about my hat, and we're going to be fighting. I'll put you on timeout, goddammit.
Thank you very much, Shane. Thank you very, very much. Maybe one of these days I'll get to try the light and the dark.
That dark though.
That light is good. I enjoy it.
That dark though, yeah, I heard you. Fresh. Well, for me, I'm a sucker for coffee vapes. So.
Oh, you'll love the dark then, Greg. You're ready. It's probably the tastiest coffee vape I've ever run across.
Don't make me drool. Don't make me drool all down my shirt.
Who did we just lose? Oh, Quinn.
Uh-oh. Quinn must have lost his connection there.
He had enough.
He's on that GI or internet plan. He's used.
I like the GI internet bill.
Well, I have in the Addy Toonie case one. I've got the Crossbreed Reserve in here right now.
I'm rocking an attitude in K-Phone right now, as a matter of fact.
For those of you who actually want to know, Quinn's internet really did shit out. So it is a military internet source, that's for sure.
Yep.
Been down that road.
Yeah, I remember being in the barracks trying to download the latest episode of Deadwood.
And boom.
You're like, it's going, it's stopped.
It's gone. Yeah.
How dare you? Do you know what I go through to get these episodes? I still to this day have no earthly idea why they didn't that series. I don't think we'll ever know.
God only knows. Have a good night, Donnie. Thank you for showing up. Glad to see you.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie. What's up?
Donnie was.
From you.
I don't know why they didn't finish that. That was a phenomenal series. That was one of the few that was the first episode had me hooked.
Yeah, absolutely. The Deadwood drinking game. And I mean, if you wanted a short night drinking game,
it was episode number 3, and you were fucked.
There's an episode where Swearingen gets his dope stolen from him. There's about a 5-minute section in that episode where Swearingen and
Mr. Hole
are talking to each other. Not just splayed out on the floor drunk after that. If you play that Deadwood drinking game, oh Lord.
Yeah, that was a bad one. It was fun though.
I remember a couple nights where we tried it, and these rules are not very conducive. They've been saying for a while that we'll be. I'll believe it when I see it.
If it does come, you bet your ass I'll be there to watch it.
Hell yeah. I will definitely be one of the first people at that theater. Like, give me my Deadwood movie. They do like a HBO movie, so just show on HBO, kind of an event thing. But yeah, it's consistently gets rated in like the top 10 TV shows ever, which
Oh yeah, by far that's definitely on my tops list there.
honestly I think to this day it might still be show of all time. Just it was everything about it was so good. Was so good. I remember watching the first episode of it. It was really, it took a second because just the way everybody speaks in the show, it takes a minute for you to kind of wrap your head around what they're doing. But once you do that, like you're hooked forever on that show. Yeah, because everybody kind of, it's kind of hard to describe the language in that show. Besides, there's a lot of, but there's like a rhythm to it. Everybody's got like a kind of their own rhythm that they speak in.
Well, they do that. That was just a phenomenal show as a whole. Speaking of Western type shows, I started watching that Westworld too.
Westworld's really good.
It's weird, but it's fucking good.
Yeah.
And there's only fucking 2 episodes of it so far, but I'm like, well, I'm in.
They already got renewed for season 2.
They offer to fuck. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a shame they never made a TV series out of Army of Darkness. That would be awesome.
They do.
Started.
They do? Oh.
I watched the premiere this weekend.
Yep.
It was hilarious.
Which I'm finally going to get to actually watch that because I don't have Showtime, and it's a Showtime show, isn't it? Or Stars, yeah. I got myself my girlfriend's nephew brought over a jailbroken Amazon Fire Stick, so I get everything.
I've got, yeah,
Nice.
We just got one of those. That thing is fucking awesome. We don't even watch our regular, cable anymore. We just watch that.
And once I hook it up and fuck with it a little bit and figure that out, if I realize that's the case, I'm just gonna cut my cable bill and say fuck it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Just hang on to that remote. That motherfucker's tiny as shit, and you'll lose it.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. And with my son around, his thing is, what can I get my hands on that I'm not supposed to? You set your phone down in the wrong spot. I swear to God, the kid's got a fucking sixth sense, and he notices it and immediately runs towards it and fucking runs off with it. He ran off with mine the other day, and it took me like fucking 2 hours to find it. Like, are you shitting me? And I realized after searching for it for that long, I realized, oh yeah, I have that Find My Phone app where it just keeps dinging until I find it. Turn that on.
You know what I do? I just jump on Hangouts and I just call my phone.
Yeah,
That'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
That's actually not a bad idea. I like that.
I never even thought of that.
Shows that I did. It might have been one of the first couple shows I did. Could not find my phone. Like I was gonna look something up on my phone. I was sitting on my couch and I could not find the damn thing. I'm sitting here looking around. What did I do with my phone? So I wound up giving my phone number to somebody out in the audience so they could call it on Hangouts. And I'm sitting there like, like I turn around, like I reached over my shoulder and up onto the counter, and there it is. I'm like, just where I was looking. Nate 38, Kirkland. Wow, what's my brain telling me about Kirkland? Let me look real quick and see how close you are.
I have no idea where the fuck Kirkland, Washington even is. Oh yeah, you guys are bringing up fucking.
Okay.
Walking Dead does start. Ooh, that is fucking tasty. I got that light sitting on those framed staples that guy made for me. Just simple 4-wrap single coil, ohms out to like 0.15. It's like fucking instant bam in your mouth. Just
I'll tell you with the K-Fun 5, I've got fused Claptons in here, stainless steel Claptons. Incredible flavor out of here. Incredible flavor out of here. Just amazing. I wouldn't put anything else in here, period.
Speaking of flavor chasing, this is something that I always want to put out there because I like the flavor. Don't get me wrong. I like chunking a big cloud from time to time. But at the same time, I'm more about the flavor of it. This is to include everybody who's out in the comments as well. What's your guys' favorite build and atomizer for flavor?
So build, I was gonna say for me,
either of the two, but what I have in here, it's dual core 2832s.
Okay.
It ohms out to be about 0.53 ohms in here. Perfect for in here. And I run this low. I run this around 15 watts. And I just get perfect flavor out of it, perfect temperature out of it. I get exceptional battery life, but particularly in an atomizer like the K-Fun 5 that has a reduction chamber, it concentrates the flavor. It has that skinny little chimney on it, and it just fires out the top of here like a flavor punch in your mouth. I mean, you know, there's no way you can find. I mean, RDAs are excellent, but you generally have to throw a lot of power to them, and you're going to get a lot more vapor out of them. I don't particularly care for a whole pile of vapor. I just want really intense, concentrated flavor out of it. And Clapton's in here, fused, perfect build, and last for a long time. You just clean them up, change the cotton, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And what's nice about stainless steel, a lot of people say, why stainless steel? For me, you get the best rendition of the flavor that you have in your e-liquid with stainless steel because it doesn't add anything. It's clean, and you get the best concentration of flavor that you're putting into it, especially when you're doing more subtle recipes. Very much like some of the ones that Fresh puts out. They're very, very subtle, and if you use a good clean wire like stainless steel, you will be able to pick out the individual flavors and see how it's structured, and you don't have to go through the roof with wattage.
Mm-hmm.
Like his butterscotch sundae, the DQ style one. You let
that's a good one.
Let that sucker stand for a month if you can, or longer, and then put it in a build like that, and sit back and be amazed.
Yeah.
Every time I have to mix that up, I think, Fresh, you've got me hooked. Damn it.
That seems to be the general consensus. Everybody says, let it steep as long as you can with anything Fresh is making, if you can let it steep that long.
Yeah.
That seems to be the general consensus. Apparently, there's a reason why he is the DIY wizard.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I mean, like, good Lord, you know, you could try it after a week, you know, maybe, 7, 8, 10 days, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. But put it away for a month, close the doors, draw down the blinds, don't let anybody see, and hopefully nobody will hear, because it's going to be a lot of moaning.
So what about you, Yeti? What's yours? What's your go-to?
It's gonna be weird.
No.
Ironically, the Addy is the Twisted Messes V1. V1 or V2. I don't have a preference on those. They're both badass. I know this sounds weird because everybody's like, oh, it's a cloud Addy, it's a cloud Addy. Well, if you know how to build on it, you can get some fucking hellacious flavor out of it. And I've found the secret, or it works for me anyways, I guess. As far as a build, I typically, for flavor only, I typically build a 2640 fused Clapton with a staged heating wire with either a Helix staged heating wire or a twisted Helix wire. And that's usually a 5 wrap of Clapton and a 4 wrap of staged heating wire. And that tends to be about the best flavor. And if I don't use the fused Clapton, I'll use an Alien with the same heating wire in the middle, or paralleled, I guess I should say. There's just something about a staged heating build that it multiplies your flavor. It really does. I used to think that it was like a gimmick until I toyed around with it and played with it and got it perfected, and it's there's a lot to it.
Well, particularly with RDAs are a tricky thing to work with when you're working like with an RTA like the K5 or even the Addy tuning ones. Those ones you have to be a little bit more subtle, and I can get away with using just a twisted 28 gauge stainless steel. Give me incredible flavor in those type of builds. However, when you go over to an RDA, there's something just so muscular about them that you have to be really subtle and think ahead of time what you want. I know people will say, well, I can't use a big build because I can't get it into the holes or whatnot. And really, you can take the wrap wire off of the cores and just have enough room to put the cores in, because the wrap wire is basically inconsequential to the resistance. It's going to it's going to read it off of the cores, and that way you can tear down the wrap on the outside and have enough room to stick those little more complex builds into just about any atomizer. Because you really don't have to stuff everything in there.
Right.
You need the core wires. That's it.
Yeah. So. Yep.
Fresh, your go-to.
My favorite flavor build is a Monster Tiger Coil, which is basically it's a paralleled Tiger build.
Oh, that would be
like a twisted parallel. Really, because a Tiger build by itself is flavorful for as simple as it is. You've got your ribbon wire, and then you've got your regular wire, and it creates so much surface area.
Yeah,
you're able to get just tons of liquid into it. Easy build to do. It's just the wire turns out incredibly brittle. So, you'll wrap a foot long strand of the stuff this much usable.
Yeah.
which is always the issue with a lot of twisted builds is, you can wind up you'll wind up with like a 4-inch strand out of a foot worth of wire.
Yeah.
My favorite flavor atomizer is the Derringer. It doesn't particularly matter what build you put in the Derringer. It just because it's so small. It's so small, and unfortunately, you can't fit any sort of massive builds in there. So what I do with the Derringers, I do dual 6-wrap Tiger builds, and
nice.
I put those in. I build them up and out so that they're almost touching the top, and that keeps the atomizer from spitting at you, because the Derringer will spit.
Yeah.
She's a spitty little beast.
Yeah.
But if you build it right, you have to build the coils up the edges and almost touching the top, and that shoots all the liquid and the vapor up into the sides. And then when you inhale, you just get the actual vapor off of it.
I don't know.
It's so tiny.
Yeah.
It's such a tiny atomizer.
Yeah. I'm curious, Fresh, have you ever tried the Low Pro? Oh.
There you go.
And see, weren't you fucking with that on my show a couple weeks ago?
The low pro is a cocksucker.
Oh, okay. That answered my question. I was thinking about getting
There
one.
you go.
Anybody who has any question about the size of a Derringer? Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But see,
it's so tiny.
There's
just flavor for days, yo. Flavor for days, you uncle.
Yep.
Thank you, Sasha. Have a good night.
Night, Sasha.
I got the Derringer on Fresh's, on Fresh's say so, last year sometime, no, it was whenever, long time ago. And of course he wasn't wrong and prompted me to buy another one, and that's why I was curious, because I know, it's because it's such a small, atomizer and the coils are so close to your mouth. That's why I was curious if you had tried the Low Pro and what you thought about it. But that pretty much answered it for me.
Difficult to build on. It is not what it is with the Derringer. The Derringer can be a difficult atomizer to build, just because it's not really a difficult atomizer to build, but it can be if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to it now. I can whip a Tiger build into that thing in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I love the flavor you get off that. The Low Pro, for being as big a pain in the ass as it is, you don't get the reward off the Derringer.
Right.
The flavor's not quite as good. The spit guard's a piece of. But yeah, I mean it's a decent enough flavor addy, not as good as the Derringer.
Okay.
There's not out of all the Low Pro because once I got the Derringer, of course I went into tiny atomizer mode. The only thing that runs close flavor wise, Freak Show Mini, and the Freak Show Mini. I'm sure you've got a Freak Show Mini, Uncle.
Yep, sure do.
It's easy to build on. It's easier to build on than the Derringer. The flavor is close to the Derringer.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't about your vape and your drip, when you're dripping, everywhere with it. Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Freak Show RDAs are so good for flavor, and they're so cheap. You can get them so cheap these days. And it's totally worth it, but your build is limited to what you get. The build's limited, especially in the Mini. The build's limited. You have to watch. Like I would like, if I'm dripping on that thing, 12 drops. It can hold 12 drops. To the drop. If you go 13 drops, all of a sudden it just spills the sides. Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking for flavor atomizers, I mean, there's some really good flavor atomizers out right now, but I still, to this day, there's addies and then there's flavor addies. That's my opinion. Yeah. Builder addies are atomizers. You can build your flavor into them. Like Twisted Messes, the Dark Horse. The Dark Horse has exceptional flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw a ton of nutty builds in a Dark Horse. It has exceptional flavor, but you have to build for it.
Right.
By itself, if you just throw a regular build up in it, it's not going to be all that fantastic. Same thing I found with the Twisted Messes. If you just throw like a regular standard build in the Twisted Messes, you get decent enough flavor, but it's not what the atomizer is capable of.
Right.
I believe when I reviewed the Twisted Messes, that's what I said about it, is flavor, everybody's going to buy this just because they say it's Twisted Messes, you're going to throw a build in it and you're going to hear someone like me say, oh, this flavor's fantastic. Disappointed because you don't have the same level of skill as a build, or you don't have Yeti Wires sitting around.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. And that's, you know, the Twisted Messes, the Dude.
Yeah.
Exceptional flavor. Exceptional flavor. So the build you're putting into them.
Yeah.
So that's they're like, to this day, I think the Origin V2 is one of the best flavor atomizers out there. The draw on it sucks, but the flavor you get off of it is fantastic. There's, you know, Amati. I wasn't impressed with the Amati personally. I bought an authentically challenged Amati with it. The Snapdragon has exceptional flavor, but you're really limited, and the draw is not going to be for everybody. Those little mouth to lungers.
Yeah.
The Derringer, I think the Derringer, that's kind of why I dig in the middle. But you ring, or the airflow control ring, and throw it across the room if you want to hope we're off an atomizer. So Snapdragon, yeah, really great flavor addies out there.
See, and the thing you never see in Fresh's place is the wall that he's facing. That's the one with all the things in it from stuff that he's thrown at it. You know, you just don't see it.
Actually, that is covered with like all the art that I bought at like comic conventions, and my Union
Comic Cons. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my Union Jacks over there that I got from when I was over in Iraq with hanging out with the Brits. Exchange program. So you could have you could buy an American flag base, and then you could exchange it with the Brits, and the Brits would have one that they had flown over their portion of the base. Union Jack I got from my.
That's awesome.
And it's neat because behind there you could have, it covers all of the things in the wall from stuff that you've thrown at it. So
right,
just.
Oh, the uncle's kids must have got off the treadmill.
I know, right? You little bastard. Get back to work. I saw one of them walk through the background too.
Somebody get him a bullwhip. Keep those bastards moving. Oh, and he's back.
There we go.
Had to get the kid back.
You gotta keep those kids on the treadmill, uncle.
I know, one fell off.
Yeah, we saw one walk past you in the back there. Figured, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Went to go get a drink. It's not drinking time yet.
Not yet. Not till the broadcast ends.
Nobody said it was break time. Get your ass back to work. This ain't a union job. You don't get to choose that.
We got coils to spin. Get back on that treadmill.
Shit, damn right. You know, like, what's going on?
Yeah, and when you get done with that, you need to start coiling these bastards up. You know, that's the one thing I've realized. I used to love coiling wire. I fucking hate it now. I hate coiling. Dude, I'll spend all day. I mean, literally all day. I usually spend 12 hours a day. Sometimes 16, but usually 12 hours a day, just spinning up wire all day long. Just all day spinning up wire. But then I've got this stack of pre-made wire, and now I got to go in and coil it up. I put that off for as long as I have to. I've got about 4 pounds in there. I need to go coil up right now, actually. I'm lazy. What can I say?
I wouldn't say lazy. You went to all that trouble to create your own company there, and you can't be lazy now because people expect it, so you have to do it.
Yeah. No, I don't mind. It's just that the wrapping is. I don't know. I get lost in it. You know, it's kind of like my zen. You know, it's my it's my little checkout from reality. You know, because I don't do drugs or drink anymore. So, I gotta have some place for my mind to go.
That's one way to do it.
Well, you've taken them to the mountaintop there, Yeti. So you have to show them the way back down.
That it humbles me a lot because I'm very grateful for the, I guess, how I've been received. You know, I honestly wasn't expecting that. You know, I guess you could call them converts or whatever, people that, you know, become Yeti fans. You know, it honestly blows my mind. I wasn't expecting that at all. And I don't know. I wouldn't go so far to say it makes me weepy, but it does surprise me. And really, it does. It humbles me quite a bit, you know. And I could never express how grateful I am, you know, for everybody. You know,
you get a few years on you, you will become weepy, and that's okay. It's just something you earn. You earn the right to do that, because you find as you get older, it's harder and harder to come across people who are like-minded and have a streak of decency through them. Mm-hmm. This community is one of those places that you can find so many people that are good-natured and willing to help, willing to talk. I know Fresh is one amazing person. He will always reach a hand down to help somebody get up.
Yeah.
As all of you are, and it is something that can be very humbling to know that you've helped somebody out. They say thank you, and they genuinely mean it. So it's a wonderful community, and one that should be fostered. And I've met amazing people from all over the world, just to be able to chat and experience other cultures, other modes of living with folks is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and that's part of what being human is all about, is to be able to connect with the rest of the species in a good way. And our community, although it's under siege, is one of those places where you can come and find a lot of acceptance and friends and people that will help you just to help you and not expect anything.
Yeah, well said. You know, a little bit to add to that, I couldn't agree with you more, actually, Greg. Before I got into vaping and stuff, I was a very well, I'm a loner, you know. I mean, I've got a family and stuff, but I don't have any, you know, I don't socialize anymore. I don't do anything. A lot of it's got to do with my physical condition, but honestly, a lot of it's personal preference too. If I did have friends, I pretty much alienated myself from them because I don't go out and do shit anymore. I just don't want to. And since I've met some people, certain people, I've honestly met what I would call friends for life in this community. And they're not just acquaintances or people you see a name on a chat box and you're like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, I've actually met people I consider family now. And it's all through this community. You know, it's something I value and I hold really dear, you know, to me. You know?
And I think it's important too, with what you see, what is happening around the world these days. It can be very frightening. I mean, even for you folks down in the U.S., your current election, not to speak too much about politics, but I've been around for a while and I've seen a number of these elections, and this one is frightening.
I think that's an understatement.
Well, it's the kind of thing where, you know, politics is a profession like anything else. And there are those who are professional politicians. They seem to be looked down upon in favor of a more radical or more base type of reaction to things. I mean, back in before the Second World War, before the First World War, the United States tended to be quite insular. They, stick to themselves, and they were dragged in with a lot of kicking and screaming into conflicts elsewhere in the world. It's a hard thing to see that country so wonderful as the United States going through such difficult times with this. It seems to be very polarized from one pole to the other, and there doesn't seem to be any coming a little closer together to work to get things done that should be done. Be that healthcare, be that jobs, whatever. These are the kind of things that you would hope they would try to get together on instead of being so completely split, because there are people out there who can't afford healthcare, who are trying to get jobs, can't get jobs. All these sorts of things. You have a huge population. I mean, up here in Canada, we have our whole population in the country is probably roughly what you have folks in California. Which is quite surprising when you think of it. So we look on it a little different. I mean, our political system is a little different. It's a parliamentary system. And we have a few parties. There are three major parties that are up here, and so it's a little different. It's not quite as. I mean, it can be a lot of rancor in discussions and arguments and whatnot, but generally, all of the parties will agree on certain things that should be done. Healthcare, infrastructure, and other things like that, and try to do it. As a matter of fact, for vaping up here, they're working. The government currently is working with the view to classifying vaping separate from tobacco and pharmaceuticals, which hopefully will work out well. And there'll be taxation, of course. Up here, there's always taxation. Yeah. It's a fact of life. I mean, they tax us for everything, and hopefully it'll turn out well, and everything will be good. I wish there would be a more enlightened approach for you folks down in the States, because there's so many people that have to get off of cigarettes and use a healthier alternative. Nothing is 100% purely healthy, but if you can cut the risk down by 97, 98, 99%, at least people will be healthier, and also not affecting the people around them. So I hope that there is a positive outcome to the problems that you folks are having right at the moment, because really it's necessary. It's necessary, and you have folks like yourself, Fresh, and a number of others, Don, and all the others who are working as hard as they can for advocacy to bring knowledge, proper knowledge, truthful knowledge to the people, and say, look, this is available here. You don't have to take any ridiculous drugs or cause yourself an inordinate amount of distress to try and get off of it. I mean, once I picked this up, done with tobacco, and I smoked for over 50 years. So it says something.
That's very true. Anything that can be worked as harm reduction, or especially to just drop it over 90% anywhere, is worth it. Now, being as we did fall into politics a little bit, I did see something for those of you who are.
Sorry.
No worries. That's fine. The way that it caveated into this actually worked out well. For those of you who are not on Instagram, I did see a couple of posts in the last couple of days on Instagram that I do want to make well aware on the show. If you are one of the people that are contacting the judge in regards to the right to be smoke-free lawsuit, stop contacting her. She has nothing to do with that. She has to follow the law. She is not a politician. She cannot lobby for you. It's not doing anyone any good to keep bothering her and bugging the shit out of her. I'm not saying it's anybody who's here, but I did see that Not Blowing Smoke put something out. Stefan Didak put something out there. I think even did Gizzard drop something in there as well, I think. All showing that same thing. So, don't contact her. Contact your legislators. Contact your congressman. Contact those people who can help. She's not that person.
Yeah.
Support the Cole Bishop Amendment. Yes. God, yes.
Yeah, if you try to... I'm sorry, TJ.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to add to that. If you try to get into a judge's pocket or try to put a bug in a judge's ear, that's a good way to piss them off and make them go the other way. You know, I mean, I know maybe not so much on a grand scale in this way, but I would be very leery about doing something like that.
Yeah, you can't attempt to sway a judge, because if you do, they have to recuse themselves.
Right.
As well. Just getting started. Like, people are, why don't we know anything? Why don't we know anything? Not for a while.
Yeah.
Not for a while. Right now, everybody's just sitting around talking, and that's what's going on. It's the judge is sitting at the end at the top of the table. One lawyer's sitting on one side, the other lawyer's sitting on the other, and they're talking right now.
Yep.
We're not going to know. It's closed session. Yeah.
And that's exactly right. When it comes to something with legal litigation, that shit can take tons of time. I know I deal with it on a daily basis with subrogation for healthcare here in the States. Anytime that we're dealing with something where there's some sort of legal aspect to it, it's not going to be an overnight thing. You're not going to generally see it within 3 months. The minimum I've seen it take for some of these things is 6 months, sometimes up to a couple of years. You just have to wait it out. We will get word as things go. Don't bother them. Do the right thing. Don't contact the judge. Contact your representatives, the legislators, the congressmen, anybody who can help with that. The judge is not that person. And the things that you can do, vote for the right people that are going to back what you want to do. Speaking of voting, for those of you in California, Prop 56, vote no on that sumbitch. Okay? If you haven't seen enough of that, vote no on it if you're in California. That's something that is going to... That's things that can help.
Jax, that will get repealed here shortly. That is against Washington state law. So it's a temporary thing. It is a county overstepping their bounds. Yeah, don't worry your pretty head too much, Jax.
Oh, the Jax is a lovely woman.
She is. I've met her.
Yeah, I'll have to second that.
You are a very fortunate man, Fresh.
I've hugged Jax.
Oh God.
And she's beautiful in multiple ways.
We had.
Yes.
Jax is an awesome person.
Yes, she is. She is a very wonderful person. TJ, I'd like to add something. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
fighting your goon food coil. I'm fighting your.
Yeah, it can be a bitch.
Oh, what was it you were saying you wanted to add there, Yeti?
Well, I was going to say, because you was talking about how some of these things take time. They take a lot of time, and you're not going to hear anything, for a while, which is true. Also, you want it to take time, because if it's taken that much time, it's not like a jury litigation, where the jury's sitting there pondering your fate. This is where the judge, not the judge, but the lawyers and the people involved are talking. They're getting their cases out. They're getting every bit of information out and known so that there's a clear and total and concise story. You know, everybody knows exactly what's going on. That way the judge can rule and get an accurate judgment on it, you know. So really it's a good thing that we, the, dare I say, we the people don't know anything yet, you know. I mean, that's my take on it.
And that's exactly right, because sometimes when it comes to something that takes that long and you're not getting the news, sometimes no news is good news when it takes that long, because guess what? That means they're getting every piece of possible information that can be given to them. They have to weigh it all out on both sides.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a lot of things where, yes, we know the FDA has overstepped their bounds. We know that as a group. However, they still get to present their case. And God knows they're going to come up with some crazy shit. And there's definitely going to be children involved somewhere. Probably in the first fucking paragraph of something that they write. Because that's always the easy out for anybody, is to say it's for the children.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, we're going to have them using every piece of information we've got. I'm sure that will also include the information from out in the UK, things that are being done elsewhere in the world, because those are all other good caveats to show that, hey, this stuff is working in other areas. It's not just a statewide thing. It is a worldwide thing. So they want to kind of make sure that we're still in line with everyone else, because if you go off in a different direction, you end up being Russia. I'm just saying that's probably not in our best interest. I mean, then that does fall into places where, look at our election. We're fucked in that area regardless. So, I mean, it's one of those things we're just going to have to wait it out. We're going to have to sit pretty, keep doing our part, support those things that we can support, educate the people we can educate. That includes your representatives. Educate them. If they don't fucking know, educate them. If enough people keep educating them, they will do the right thing. Why? Because their job depends on it. And yes, politics is not meant to be a job. It never was meant to be a job. However, the way it is worked out now, that's what it is. So we control their livelihood. What makes them money? Guess what? When there's enough of us who bug the piss out of them, they will do the right thing, because they know we'll vote their ass out of office otherwise. So do the right thing, advocate for yourself, educate those that you can. Don't bother the fucking judge. That's a no-brainer. When I saw that and that had to be put out, I was, to be honest, I was a little perturbed by that, because there's no reason that anybody should have thought, oh, if I bother the judge, that's going to help their cause. No. If anything, that's going to hurt it. So don't bother the judge, please. That's all I have to say about that. That's enough on that rant. It was just something that I did see that I did want to address today, because it most definitely needed to be addressed. Even if only 150 of you actually watch this video and you get to this point, guess what? I'm glad I could let you guys know, because they need to be put out there.
Bothering the judge.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I might just change the name of this. Stop bothering the fucking judge. That's what's going to be the name of this video. You know?
There you go. There you go.
Do the right things. If you're on Instagram, watch that. Look up that hashtag CP4R2B. We know that's going to be helping. That stuff's going to be going just like it says in the hashtag there for that lawsuit for the right to be smoke-free. So keep an eye on that, and we'll get more updates on that next week, hopefully, when I do get G on here, as long as he's feeling better.
I know a guy.
As we do know a guy. And that guy may be
I know a guy. As a matter of fact, this one is empty, and I got a bottle of this to mix up more of this.
Ooh.
So I'm happy. I'm happy.
He's in the know.
Oh yeah, that's Fat Tony. Fat Tony. I know a guy. Ohmageddon@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him Fat Tony says hello.
That's right.
Have a good night, Beauty. Thanks for coming out. Good to see you again. Go kick that cold so that way I can get you on this show one of these nights.
You'll vape that NyQuil.
She's a pretty lady too.
She's a pretty person.
Yeah.
Did you say vape that NyQuil?
Yeah. Yeah.
Vape that NyQuil. That's right.
Oh, that might be a little harsh there, but
Yeah, that'll put
definitely
you
to
to
fuck
sleep.
up your coils.
Yeah, it's a
That'll
hell of
put
a
you
coil
to-
gunker.
Yeah.
All right. Wicking this goon food is going to be interesting.
You want to zoom down and show everybody what you're
How many
doing?
wraps is it?
5.
Wow. Good Lord.
I finally got it so it wasn't rubbing on the sides of the atomizer.
Apparently, I'm slow on the present there. Okay. Oh,
You want to present?
you're already presented. You may as well show them all again.
Am I?
That's
There you go, everybody.
Huge bitch.
Holy
That's the goon. That's the goon food coil.
Fuck. You're only getting one of those fuckers in there.
mackerel.
Yeah.
Oh no,
so-
you could do 2, but I don't know that I'd want to vape that.
You're a pretty hot bastard, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it would be
So
like
now
a .02.
I think Fresh you'd go out to the airport and start a few jet engines with that.
Coming out to 0.11. So in theory, it would be like a 0.5, like a 0.55 or 0.055. Theory. We'll never know what it'll amount to. You can have good theories. A lot of times they don't hold up quite as well as you'd like.
Seat belts, Fresh. Seat belts for that one.
So I did pull this out of my little handy dandy set here and forgot I'd had juice in this for quite some time. So it is blood red, but it is tasty as fuck. And I have no fucking clue, but it tastes delicious. It's probably been in there for, a month because I haven't vaped on this in a month. So I was like, let's throw it on here and see what happens. I don't even remember what I put in there, but it is tasty. I think it's the yellow. I think.
Yeah.
From over at Vaping Swag, I think it's the yellow. That's what it tastes like, but it's super fucking potent right now. Like punch you in the mouth and knock your teeth out.
Hey, that's what you want. Then you can change the name to Slap Your Mama.
And that's about it too. Tastes so good, want to slap your mama.
Shane has done a wonderful job with those for creating his own extracts to make them with.
Oh, yeah.
The flavor is just so forward. You don't have to hunt for it. I mean, it is right there. Right there. It's wonderful. You folks got to get over there to vapingswag.com and pick up some of them original juices. The run your tongue over the rainbow, as I like to put it. Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna have to use that in one of my outlets one of these nights.
Yep. Because the flavors in there are amazing, and I know Fresh likes the green. I think.
Yeah, I love the green and the blue.
Yeah, well, I like the blue. In the wine business, you get some wines that people will describe as a wine drinker's wine, because it's something that you have to taste and think about what you're tasting, because there's so many different layers to it, so much going on. And the blue and the green, those are both like vapors vapes. You got to sit down, because there is just so much interacting in there. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, I like the green as well.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would, like the wording of the flavor profile. I was like, there's no way.
Well, I mean,
but it's quite tasty.
Yeah, do a little bit of that, and I feel like breaking into a little bit of Tai Chi. So, yeah.
That's gonna hurt
ODB
short
wants to lick Shane's rainbow.
Oh man,
Oh my God, what have I started?
That's fucking glorious.
Yeah, but you know, you could say anything really innocent, and ODB can turn it around. That's a
he
promise.
can.
Would he be? Oh yeah, oh yeah. He likes to dance on the edge there in the chat. I watch him very closely when I'm out there.
And to think, I
Very
gave him a
close.
wrench on my channel. Huh.
Very-
Oh.
What were you thinking?
He earned it the one night, so I was like, all right.
Can you
He's a good
wrench a
man.
wrench?
No, you can't.
You can't wrench a wrench? Well, I can.
You can, but I can't. If I'm a wrench out there, I can't. I can report him, but I can't get rid of him. So you have to be careful. But
Why
ODB is
would
good.
you want to get rid of ODB though? That's
No,
my thought.
Yeah.
no, never. He's awesome.
He keeps it entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
He really does, and he does such a good job at telling people hit the fucking like button or he's gonna just beat the piss out of them. I fucking enjoy that thoroughly.
Oh, he's so much fun when you get him in like Fagan's Vape Lounge or the G Spot or any of those places where he'll pop up there on camera. Well, he's just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Good man. He's a good man.
That's one of those things I wish I had more time to do, was just popped into the lounges and hang out with everybody. Fortunately, fuck.
Well, some
like,
of them you have to be a little bit more careful with than others. Like Mark's is you should have a thick skin when you go in there, and be prepared to see and hear
Adult themes.
amazing things going on. But no, it's a good venue there at the G Spot. And other places, and you never know what's going to turn up. Nowadays, there's all kind of things that you know. But these are good ones to come in and meet people, and have some fun and talk, and especially for folks who want to talk to their people that they see on YouTube, like Fresh and Mike and Mark and Brian from the Vapor Chronicles and others. It's always a lot of fun, and they're good people. They're all good people.
You know, it's really good, I think, for new people coming into the community, to go and see that the people that they do watch, you know, that they're just people too. You know, when I first got into it, you know, I was like, holy shit, you know, these are like not really like celebrities, but they're people that you'll never meet, you'll never talk to, you know, because you know they're too busy and they don't deal with the younglings, you know. And then you go, and, you know, you go like to the lounge or the or over at the G Spot, and you know there these people are, you know. I mean, you know, the first time I talked to, I think it was Mark Fagan. You know, I was like, you know, these are just regular people. You know, they're just doing their thing, you know. Talked to Daniel a lot over there, a shit ton, you know.
Daniel's an amazing person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's just, I think that's really cool. Like for again, here we go. You know, back was saying about how kick-ass the community is. You know, I don't know of any other community that's like that. You know, where you can meet. You know, I mean, granted, there probably are some people that put reviewers on a different kind of shelf or something, that they are some sort of celebrity. But you know, once you get to meet them, you know, you actually become friends with these people. You know, I mean, look at Fresh. You know, I never thought that I would be, you know, hanging out with fucking Fresh of all people. You know, it's I don't know. It's just it's a really cool. It's a cool little avenue that's there that not most places have.
I got to tell you, the thing that I want to see most lately is Adam from Vaporized Nomads. They've got their absolutely spectacular Boss 3000 boxes with that wonderful laser etching and like photorealistic laser etching. What I would like to see is Fresh get a box with that nice graphic of him as a wizard, you know.
That would be
box
sweet.
like that. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
That'd make a really good shirt too.
Oh.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Good night, Jack.
Hint, Shane. Hint, Shane.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
Man,
of
your uncle.
What'd I do?
You did it right.
Trying to get this thing to fit in the goon.
You having problems? pull a wrap off if you have to.
Mm.
No, we're good, man. I'm
Okay,
getting there.
right on.
I want
I'm
to.
getting there.
Yeah, I want to see him vape this thing.
See, it is now situated differently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yahoo! Or to put it in a marine term. Ooh yeah. Did I hear something wrong, or was it just a wrong rumor that they are not going to allow military folks on who are out of the country to vape?
I
heard
that.
some kind of rumor that they were not going to allow them for those who are deployed to vape.
I'm not
Interesting.
I thought.
I don't know about that.
That has to be some sort of goofy
Yeah,
rumor or
in
something.
uniform. They want to enact an in-uniform smoking ban. I do know that.
heard.
And that would apply to all civilians like myself that work on the military base. If we were at work, we wouldn't be allowed to vape on the base. Echo has an interest in the military.
No
So,
kidding.
yeah, no kidding. So that went away pretty quickly.
Oh, okay, perhaps
So-
that's what I heard. Perhaps
I would
that's
say,
what-
hadn't they talked about that on multiple occasions? Because if I remember correctly, even when I was in with you, I'm pretty sure they were talking about it then too.
And we all kind of said the exact same thing that I'll say now is there ain't no fucking way it's going to happen.
No, there's
Too many people smoke, too many people vape in the military. Like I smoked off and on. I was, turned into a little bit of a regular smoker before I joined the military. But after I joined, no, I was a regular smoker after I joined.
because I quit through basic and AIT, and my fucking AIT was a year. So technically, I was still a student for a year. So technically, I wasn't supposed to smoke for that fucking year. You goddamn if I wasn't smoking. Too much goddamn stress half the time.
Everybody was, and that's exactly right. It's your chance to get out of the office for a minute or get away from the motor pool or whatever else is going on.
That's exactly right. I used to run the fuck out of the motor pool just to go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, just to get out.
Yeah, because God knows I hated motor pool Mondays. Worst day of the week.
Everybody does.
I mean, how do you deny such things to people who are putting their lives on the line for their country? Let them vape.
Because the people.
Why would you stop that?
Now, Greg Paschuk, the people that are in charge of the military, they don't care about the soldiers. They do not.
No.
They care about the bottom line.
That's wrong. I mean, we've got coming up here Remembrance Day on November the 11th, and I take that day very seriously. There are so many people lost their lives. So many people are in harm's way currently. Why would you deny these people anything?
It's the suits. Most of them who run shit have never been in that situation, or a lot. You look at a lot of the people who come into politics. They come from families where there was politics, so a lot of them didn't do military. Seen a couple of years ago when McCain ran for president, he was one of the few who was former military. Yeah. There's not a lot of them out there that actually give two flying fucks. There's a few that like you see in Congress now here that are military, but it's not very many. Even on our state level representatives, I don't see a lot of that.
It's not right. It's not right. I mean, I remember an elderly person lived up the block from us when I was a kid. It was a gentleman by the name of Mr. Bartholomew, and he was quite elderly when I was a kid, way back in the late 50s, early 60s. He had been at Vimy Ridge, and he smoked a pipe always, and the pipe had a brass ferrule on it before he had his stem on it, and that brass ferrule was made from a 303 Enfield cartridge that they made because the pipes they had in the that they were using, they would often break, and they used the brass to make new ferrules for them. And he would tell us stories about the First World War and the horror that they went through, and then the Second World War, which he did not participate in. But how can you, with any good conscience, deny anybody who serves your country anything that they want? It's a crime. It's a sin. You should anybody who denigrates those people who are in uniform should be ashamed of themselves. Anytime I meet any of our military here, I always thank them for their service. Just up the way from here, about 2 blocks over, there's a military installation called Fort Garry Horse. Fort Garry Horse was put together early on in the last century. They joined in the First World War because Canada at that time automatically sent troops over when Britain was declared war in the First World War. But a character you may know actually came from that institution, and that was Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was a little black bear, an orphan cub that the guys found when they were training here, and they adopted it as their mascot for the Fort Garry Horse, and they took him over to Britain when they were deployed in the First World War. But the officers above said, you can't take a little cub like that out to the front lines. That would be cruel. So they left him in the London Zoo, and they named him Winnie because it's from Winnipeg, Manitoba. So if that's where the young lad Christopher Robin dubbed him Winnie the Pooh, and his father went ahead and wrote the stories from that. But we have in our zoo a little statue of Winnie the Pooh, and fun and interesting things like that. But when it comes to the military, no, give them everything they want. They want to vape, let them vape. Man, give them the stuff. Let the government buy the stuff for them. Why isn't the government buying them equipment for that?
Yeah.
Especially when they know it's safer than smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You figure they're always about what can they do to improve soldier safety, readiness, and all of that. Seems like a no-brainer.
And I got to tell you, if enough of those guys vape, nobody's going to shoot at them because they're going to be enjoying the fragrance of Addie's yogurt wafting over the balls. You get that, you smell that, you go, how are you going to shoot somebody who's vaping that? It's just too nice.
That's exactly it. That's.
Hey, you never know. You might impose a peace treaty. Like they did with the Christmas treaty. Back in World War II. They smell it, and you're like, here, have a hit.
Pass the gun.
Next thing you know, they're passing it all around. And they sign an armistice.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's glorious. I like that thought. That's a happy little thought right there.
All over Addie's yogurt.
There you go. If anything could save the world, it would be Addie's yogurt.
There you go.
That it is, and to be honest, I think it's doing that right now. That's what's going on.
That's
On
what's in
that
the
Saving
K5.
lives.
That's what's in the K5. So
In this case here, because it is getting that time, it's actually getting pretty close to my bedtime. Actually, it's way past my bedtime. Who the fuck am I kidding? I stay up past my bedtime on Wednesdays. What are you gonna do? I do want to wind it down here.
certainly.
So, I most definitely want to thank everybody for coming out, stopping, and those of you who've managed to stick with us through this whole shenanigans and everything else that we've talked about in here. Kudos to you. My hat and balding head off to you. Appreciate it. I just like to give everybody a chance to say their piece, and thank you guys for showing up here. The panel was a little thin tonight, but I had a good time. Greg, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure.
The hair is a little thin, is all. You know what they say? Hey, fresh grass don't grow on a busy street.
Greg, since you so kind as to show up tonight, I'd love to have you say your piece first. If whatever you want to pimp out, whatever you want to talk about, have the floor.
Everybody's seen what I got to pimp out all the time, and that's generally where you're going to find me is out in the chat somewhere, trying to help folks out if possible. All I have to say really is try and be nice to everybody if you can. Be nice to each other. Be amazing to each other. And to quote Robin Williams, a very, very intelligent man and an excellent comedian, he ended off one of his shows, and I use this quite often. He says right at the end of it, people are kind of like flowers, and it's been a privilege walking in your garden. And I'll end with that.
Thanks, sir. It's been a privilege to walk among you as well. Thank you. I don't know here. Who wants to go next? Giz, Fresh? Oh, no, Giz tonight. Excuse me. There was something I wanted to say about Giz, but that was probably because I got too many things going through my head. Uncle, Fresh, which one of you guys wants to go first? Or should I just
I'll go and get it over with.
Oh, he says, fine. I don't want to pimp my things, but I'll do it real quick. Floor is yours, buddy.
I would like to say go check out Fresh's show. Friday and Saturday. Got a double barrel. check out Fresh's stuff. The dude's, well, you all know, he's fucking amazing. I'm Yeti's uncle, of course. You can check out my stuff on Instagram, some photos of some of the stuff I've done or am up to. And if you'd like to get a hold of some authentic Yeti wire, you can get it at yetiwire.com. And that's my piece.
Wrench approved. Wrench approved.
You're getting better at this, slowly but surely. One of these days, you're just going to have this down to 100%. I'm not even going to have to say anything. I'm going to take it from here.
Don't give me too much credit. I'll drop the ball then.
Well, that'll be fun. It's kind of like a train wreck. You don't want to see it happen, but you can't help but look.
Well, it's like back when I used to be in a band. You know, I was a bass player that sang, and it's like, hey, look, guys, I can't do both. I'm gonna have to either pick one. I'm gonna have to be a vocalist or a bass player. It was kind of early on, so we found a bass player. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm a front man now. Well, come to find out, I wasn't a very good front man. So I went back to playing bass and singing. I just felt like it didn't work without the bass in my hand. You know, it just didn't work. Sorry.
You learned you could multitask. That's all.
Yeah.
Or just don't plug the bass in when you're singing.
Yeah.
Oh, Fresh. Floor is yours, my friend. You take it from here. DIY God, wizard, whatever you want to call yourself. Have at it.
And I am Fresh03. I do shows Friday night and Saturday morning. Friday night, right now there's not a lot of plan for it, so who knows what will occur. We'll have to knuckle down one of these moments and start getting stuff lined up. But Shane's dropping links out there like a madman. Definitely check out Vaping Swag. Get some of the Vaping Swag original e-liquids. They are delicious. Get your shirts. This shirt right here, the Fresho 3 DIY Wizard shirt, the wrench shirt. I believe, Greg, I think you're under the Freaky Fresh Friends too. Fresh Friends section. I know me personally, all the money is going to Advocacy. You buy a Fresho 3 DIY Wizard shirt, all the money is going to Advocacy.
And
So,
if you buy one of these, it all goes to Shane anyway. So, guy needs a few bucks to eat. So,
that's right. So yeah, Freaky Fresh Friends, everybody. You find your Gizzard stew, your Eliquid gear, it's all under the Freaky Fresh Friends tab. Heck yeah! I got my own tab over there. I feel special.
Hell yeah!
Crazy Wire, the Vaping Swag originals, all the liquids are delicious. The
Crazy
green, the
Wire,
blue,
excellent.
Yep, those are my favorites. Adore Eliquid, adoreeliquid.com. Get yourself some Adore Eliquid. I don't think I've vaped anything but Adore Eliquid while we were sitting on this show. Strawberry Submission and Banana Bondage the entire time. She makes I still think to this day she makes the best e-liquid. Running close behind her is Coil Vapes. Check out Coil Vapes. Get some of this one. My bottle of this one is out and about in the world. So I don't have. You know what? I have this one. I do have a bottle. I have this one back. This is.
So?
This is this one with a little bit of tobacco mixed into it. That's a heck of a vape right there. Heck of a vape right there.
Yeah, thank you.
If you use the coupon code.
No, I just drooled down my shirt again.
There you go.
Thank you, Fresh.
If you get in touch with me there, Greg, you can use coupon code FRESHO3 at Coil Vapes and get $5 off each product that you put into your cart. It's not a coupon code. It's $5 off each product.
Wow.
On the site.
See, I'm not as special. Dawn gave me one. When you get her products, you can use the wrench. Will get you 10% off.
10% off, yeah. Fresho 3 will get you 10% off. Mixtress will get you 10% off. Gizzard Stew will get you 10% off. Hit that shit. We'll get you 10% off. What else? There's a bunch of coupon codes.
Oh, yeah.
WWFD. Oh, man. I'm not sure I want to know what Fagan would do.
Yeah.
Check out YetiWire.com for that authentic Yeti wire.
Awesome stuff.
I think this might be the only atomizer that I'm running right now that doesn't have Yeti wire in it. So yeah, YetiWire.com. Yeti's doing some awesome work. He won't say it. I'll say it.
He does. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Those aliens will blow your mind. If you're looking for authentically challenged Yeti wire, coming soon on Fresho3.com. No, I would never do that to you, Uncle. Never do that. I don't think I missed anybody. I was pimping my ass off.
Well, don't forget to check out Rin's channel.
Yep, Rin will do live shows Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday. Her shows are fun. She got pissed off on because her brother had people over, and she was getting furious throughout the show. You could just see it in her eyes.
Wisps of steam coming out of her ears.
It was good. It was a good time. Yeah, check out Rin's channel, Rin Vapes. If you guys haven't checked out Rin's channel, she does juice reviews. She does flavor reviews. Like she'll get some flavors, like 3 different strawberries, and she'll break down each strawberry and what she uses them for, what percentages she thinks they're good for. It's is really, really cool.
Yep.
And her channel's growing. Her channel is growing. So
as it should.
Yep.
Exactly. So check out Rin Vapes. My partner and one of my partners in crime on the Friday show, my internet bestie. Remember to support Cole Bishop. Remember to tell people you vape and you vote. Leave that fucking judge alone, right, TJ?
That's it. Leave the fucking judge alone.
Bug your representatives, handwritten emails, or handwritten letters, emails, calls, whatever you can do to your representatives. Tell them to support the Cole Bishop Amendment. Right now, that's where your focus needs to be. What's going on with the right to be smoke-free lawsuit? Of our hands right now. We can give them money and keep that going, and we're doing that. Which is why you should check out the hashtag CP4R2B. That's what you can do. You can give them money, check out that, get ready for the raffle. Should be kicking it once the stand makes it back to Addy Tooney. I think that'll rocking and rolling, but just check it out on Instagram. Everybody be beautiful to each other, educate, advocate, be good for this community.
Stanley, that's exactly right too. Thank you. Because Giz is not here, my son has a wonderful fascination with the movie called The Lorax. A little bit of Dr. Seuss. Generally, this is something Giz would do, but because it's been drilled into my head probably a couple hundred times now, since it seems to be the only movie my son will calm down for no matter what. Like to put this out here because this is something that we can all abide by when it does come to the advocacy thing. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. Those are straight words to live by when it comes to this. Caring a lot does not mean bothering the fucking judge. Don't bother the judge. Do your part. Advocate, educate, donate where you can. If you can't donate, buy some tasty e-liquids. Head on over to adoreeliquid.com. Get yourself something that's tasty and you're advocating at the same time. Head on over to Vaping Swag. Get the I Vape, I Vote shirts, the Fresh 03 shirt. All of these wonderful ways to advocate that you can do. Go out and do that. Now, there was something that I did see I think we missed here, which is I know a guy. He's a little sick right now. However,
that's right. He
will be back here next week, is barring he is feeling better, to talk about the CP4R2B. Oh, don't forget the hashtag there. I almost forgot that. If you do need to know that guy, we definitely know a guy. Go and see him. There is a link for his email down in the description below.
Ohmageddon at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's it too. Yeti Wires. Check out Gizzard Stew's channel. He does some fun stuff on there and some good videos, and always a lot of great advocacy over there. Speaking of advocacy, somebody who's been a little off with their stuff, still I want to put it out there. Check out Permit the Fog's channel as well as his SoundCloud and iTunes. I know he will get around to putting another one out. It's just a matter of when.
It's coming very soon. I spoke with him briefly earlier. So he's not dead.
Permit, my brother to the west.
Outstanding. I'm glad to know that he's not dead because I've been dying for another Fogcast.
Yeah, he's been busy.
As far as the advocacy is concerned, it's something I just do want to push. Go to Not Blowing Smoke. Follow what calls to actions there are. For those of you in California, Prop 56, vote no on it. It's not going to help you if you vote yes.
No,
Cole Bishop Amendment, support it. Contact your congressmen, your legislators, people who are going to go to bat for you. If they will not, tell them you'll vote somebody else in. I don't have a whole lot of pimping to do. You guys know where to find me here. I am on the Instagram now, so just find me at the same place at Golf T Vapes. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for showing up, and those of you who stuck it out this long, hats off to you. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful night. My name's TJ. You're watching Golf T Vapes. As Gizzard Stew would say, get off your butts and vape. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.